What's going on? We're back again. This is a special episode celebrating Elijah's 30th, I was going to say 50th. Oh man, that's not even an E-Class. I don't even know what that is. That's an old school Bentley or something. But yeah, Eli's 30th birthday, so we're out here. We've got a lot of special guests, a lot of people who haven't been on the camera before. We'll start, obviously, you know who I am, I'm Carter. See Eli.
Scars.
Sally.
I thought you was going to say your own name.
Scars, Isaac, whatever, man. Call me Scars.
Here we are anyway, yeah. So we've got some interesting topics to talk about, yeah. It's a funny day. It is the finale of Game of Thrones tonight. So I guess we've got to discuss, first and foremost, yeah, what everybody thought of the series as a whole. What everybody thinks is going to happen in the finals, and did they actually pull it off in the end? Did they live up to the hype in the final episode, or the final series, sorry? You're the Game of Thrones guy. This guy, yeah, he's got the Iron Bank, yeah. That's the name of his banking apps on his phone. This guy is deep in the game, yeah. 7 series deep, so you got to kick it off.
I've enjoyed it. I have to enjoy it because otherwise I've wasted like 8 years of my life. It's as simple as that. I have to enjoy it. However, they fucked up in many areas. I feel like they fucked up in many areas. Yeah, like it's really that simple for me. It's too quick, but we can't expect much more than the speed in which they've gone at, because we've only got how many hours left? An hour and hour and 20 minutes. We've got an hour and 20 minutes left, and we've known from last season that season 7 was going to be 6 episodes, and this was only going to be season 7 was 7 episodes, wasn't it? 7,
I thought season 7 was normal.
No, it was short.
It was short.
It was short, because when season 6 ended, we found out, boom, you're only getting, I think it was 12 episodes left. 12 or 13 episodes left. So as soon as we heard that, we knew it was going to be rushed. So we can't really expect much more, but you gotta love it. But it's too rushed, man. It's way too rushed. There's not enough has been explained. What do you think?
I thought it was a shambles, man. I thought it was diabolical. That's what I'll say. Yeah, I didn't sign no petition in it. Yeah, right now wet. However, yeah, I thought it was a bit of a mess. Yeah, how on earth, yeah, did the Mountain, yeah, get a knife through the eye socket, yeah, stabbed in the belly, yeah, and the Night King get stuppied the way he did? The Mountain was harder to kill than the Night King.
Oh yeah, but
and they've been building that up for 7 seasons, 8 seasons. That's shocking, in my opinion. Yeah. Another part, yeah, that's a bit of a mess. Daenerys, yeah, her character, yeah, from season 1 has been about liberating free people or the common folk of the land. Then she goes on a rampage and burns them all. You guys fucked up, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's the biggest mistake of them all, 100%.
Cersei's death, I can take that, because when you actually break it down and you understand the reason.
Bro, you're talking about the best villain in the show. Just gets crushed by bricks.
Yeah, but she died.
Like, what really is
she
that?
died under the thing she always wanted, which was causing her to be fucked.
Fuck that, man. That's what I'm sentimental shit. She got crushed by bricks, bro. The best villain, one of the best villains in TV history, gets crushed by bricks.
Yeah, to be fair, Littlefinger's death was a bit more mad.
Exactly. He had a more glamorous death.
I think that's my problem with this season, man. All the deaths of the season, yeah. Like, I think like over the course of the show as a whole, when someone dies who's significant in the show, it's been epic, you know what I mean? It's been a real moment, do you know what I'm saying, yeah? All of the deaths in this fucking last season have been terrible, bro. They haven't made sense at all, yeah? Even when the dragon died, yeah, that pissed me off, bro. Because like, at least, you know what I was thinking to myself here, imagine the writer in the interview said, yeah, Cersei forgot about the Iron Fleet. Daenerys forgot about the Iron Fleet. How can she forget about the Iron Fleet when that's who she's battling, bro? Like, there's no one else to fight other than them. At least if it was a battle and the dragon got capped in the battle, then that would have made more sense. But like the way they did it was just shit, man.
But you know what? Yeah, when I watched Alt Shift X, he broke it down. Like, you see when the dragon got clapped down, yeah, there was 12 ships, 12 ships, yeah, with the scorpions on them, and that took down the dragon, and it nearly took down the other dragon as well. If you see the clip, yeah, of when she fucks all the ships up, there's 100 ships, fam. Yeah. And they didn't even get close to
that didn't make sense either.
See, I personally think they did that really well, because they showed you very clearly that she had learned from her mistakes. The choice that she made when she didn't attack with Drogon after Rhaegar had been killed, and then the difference in her tactics when they went back and burnt the Iron Fleet. I think they did. I personally really enjoyed that. I think they did that really well because one of the first scenes you see when she's faced with the Scorpions is she's coming in and she does some weird move where she goes deep and then comes back up in order to dodge them. So she's going with a plan. She's not coming emotional and all of that.
No,
so
I get that.
I personally like the way they did that. I don't think that was any, like, just because there was 100. I think that was them demonstrating the real power of the dragon. Because I always, when I discuss it with you, I always go back to the history of Game of Thrones, fam. 300 years ago, a man took over the Seven Kingdoms with 3,000 men and 3 dragons. Daenerys has like 30,000 men.
Yeah, but how can the dragon go from being a fucking EasyJet plane, yeah, to a fighter jet, fam?
Because
like 1 minute the spears are coming in the sky, yeah, and it's like moving bare stiff, yeah, it can't even turn, and then next minute it's doing some next 360 flips and shit and dodging them. How can the continuity is not there?
But you're talking about a dragon cruising to go home to Dragonstone just at normal height, right? Just getting capped. And then you're talking about a dragon coming from the sky, deliberately coming from the sunlight in order to blind them. So by the time they get there, they're on the ships and they've just seen him, fam. That was done deliberately, and that's smart as fuck, fam.
You're
That's
talking
genius,
traps,
fam.
You know it's bullshit.
Bro, that's not bullshit.
100 ships, and then all
How
the
is
things
that
on
bullshit?
the
More, 10
Fam,
times more ships.
It was a demonstration of how powerful the dragons are, bro. Like you're saying, okay, how is 3 dragons taking over the entire 7 kingdoms?
Cool, fine. I guess this is the
Basically on their
conclusion,
own.
yeah? This is the conclusion which you agree with, yeah? Comes down to this, yeah? Fair enough, the dragons are powerful, yeah? I agree with you on that. Where they fucks up, yeah? They made the dragon die too easily, or
I
the
agree
dragon's
with
death
that.
was too easy.
I
Sorry.
agree with that.
Because if he didn't get capped the way he did, then we wouldn't be having this debate at all. Maybe he took out 3 or 4 ships and then he got capped. Do you know what I mean? Even that is a bit more realistic.
But anything can happen with anybody when you get caught off guard, fam. Like, you could walk out this door and get capped, fam. You didn't know, but if you know that somebody's after you and watching you, then you're going to move different.
But that's my
If you're
problem.
coming to attack someone, you're going to move different. If you're just cruising on a journey and you get capped, you are none the wiser. If you're going somewhere with the intention to duppy, man, that changes everything, fam. In my
What about
opinion,
the
that
first
changes
dragon's death though as well?
But the first Dragon's Death, that was like 3 series ago.
Yeah, but that was easy as well. So for me, like,
I thought that was quite lit. Still.
That was mad.
it was a sick moment, yeah, but it was quite easy for me. I don't know how the last surviving dragon was able to do as much damage as it did. Do you know what I mean? And not get capped at all. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at how the first dragon dies, the second dragon dies, and then this one just misses all the spears in the sky.
But you gotta think of it like from a physics point of view as well, fam. These huge bolts, yeah, if man is flying close to them, bro, it's like in jiu-jitsu, man always says, yeah, you got, well, let's use boxing range, you're either too close so you can't get hit, or you're too far away so you can't get hit. The only place you can get hit is in that sweet spot, right, when you're in somebody's range, okay? She brings her dragon in as tight as possible. She gets in tight, she uses the sun to blind them and gets in tight. So the bolts can't hit her, fam. That she's too close to be aimed at. Because you got to look at it like this, yeah. Look how long it takes them to move these things, yeah. If she's flying close, her like the second in which it takes her, I don't really know how to explain this technically, but when you're far away, right, and the bolts are back here, yeah, that movement there is less significant than when you come here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm lost, mate. You know,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
This is the same movement, but like the bolt has to move in like a lot more
Bullshit
than when it's up here. It's actually maths, fam. It's actually
from a
physics.
distance.
I just don't know how to explain it.
If I throw the ball at you and you take 1 step to the right, you may still be able to catch it. But if you're in front of me and I throw the ball at you, you're standing directly in front of me, you take 1 step to the right, it's going to go straight past you.
Yeah.
You won't be able to
same
catch it.
principle.
Yeah.
You should be a fucking politician, mate. Don't know how you stoved up the argument, yeah. But man firmed it in the end. What do you think is going to happen in the finals then, or the finale? Final episode, who's going to be on the throne? Is there going to be a throne?
You know.
Yeah, I personally don't think there'll be a throne. I think something's going to happen and throne's going to go, get melted, I don't know.
I mean, is there even a throne? Because
We don't know, innit?
Yeah, we don't know that.
the building got turned to rubble.
There's a throne, though, man. Like, I think
Somewhere.
they wouldn't get rid of the throne, like, without us seeing it. Do you know what I mean?
I think he'll go back. Go on.
Going to be the next person to die.
Well, that's a good question, actually. I think Sansa's gonna die.
What?
How?
Yeah.
How?
I think she's gonna get clapped.
That does not make any sense.
Daenerys is
I
just
think
gonna say,
Daenerys-
fuck you.
I think
Daenerys just
gonna
pure
die.
innocence, fam. Daenerys knows
She
that
just
Sansa
got all
don't
the way
fuck
back
with
to the
her.
north.
Exactly. And like that makes sense.
I won't be surprised
I
if
don't think they
Sansa.
even have time for that.
I won't be
Yeah,
surprised.
She'd have to go all the way
I don't
back
think they got
to
time for that
the-
anymore.
I
think
don't
about
know
it
if
like
Sansa
this,
will
yeah.
be in it, man. Like, I don't
What,
even
the
know.
final episode?
I don't know,
She
bro.
better.
She's in the north.
No, I think everyone's
Mate,
going to be there.
she's gonna be there.
But I don't know what she was
It's the
doing.
finale.
She's gonna have to take that turbo pony, fam, all the way down. That nitrous pony, bro.
What's that? Like, what do you call it? Like 99 speed.
99 speed, 99 stamina, but just blow it all the way down the trail, fam. Fuck it, we'll see what happens anyway, man. We'll see what
I
happens.
think Bronn might have a bigger part to play than we think.
Yeah, because I feel like this whole time he's just been sitting there, like. What
And that
is-
They
scene-
fucked him off as well, didn't
But
they?
that scene they wouldn't have put that scene in if he wasn't gonna do something, fam. Like he didn't do anything last episode, so he must do something this episode.
And in the massive fight with like the Night King, I thought he was. You know how there was a point where like he was like, oh, I'm gonna like go now, and then he turns into like the birds and he's just watching. Like,
Oh, I
what's
said
the point
Bronn. I
of
said
that?
Bronn. I said
We're
Bronn.
talking
Oh.
about Bran.
Bronn of the Blackwater.
Oh.
Bronn. You see when he
Yeah.
came to Tyrion and Jaime. You see when he came to Tyrion and Jaime and had
with
the
the
bow.
bow,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like you don't put
Oh,
that
yeah,
in,
yeah.
and they're not included in the last episode because we didn't see him in this episode.
He might even cap someone big, but then again,
Daenerys, maybe.
that'll be
Yeah,
disappointing, bro.
I can't lie. I was speaking to Paul about that yesterday, and I said I will not be surprised if Bronn caps Dany, fam. Because Dany's gonna be there like, well, I ain't giving you High Garden. Like, who the fuck are you? And Dany might even kill Tyrion, fam. So what if Bronn's there with the bolt? Like, well, fam, I want my castle. Pop. It's gonna. That would be the equivalent.
He's that type of guy as well.
And it would be the equivalent to Arya killing the Night King.
For you to get it, yeah, it'd be like when Omar got killed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a random character.
I ain't watched it, bro.
You're gonna watch it. You're 4 years late.
I love you from that. I
I
love you from that. Next thing. Next thing. Let's not even go down that line.
That's next it.
We'll see.
He's a
Next
big
topic,
character,
yeah. Oh man, this one's an interesting one, yeah. We were chatting about it earlier in the week. Do you think, yeah, your wife should take half your money, yeah, if you get divorced?
You know what? We'll pose the question to you two first.
Why?
Because you.
Because, isn't it?
But wouldn't it be the same the other way around though? Can the man take half the woman's money?
Is it like, are they both
Alright, cool,
taking-
yeah.
No, you go both ways. You can go both
Of
ways.
course.
You can go both
Yeah,
ways.
Well,
100%.
It's a
Yeah, it's the
question.
same thing.
It's a
Can it?
question
I
if
didn't
two
know.
people get divorced, should both of them get half of everything they own?
Yeah.
Half of everything.
Do you
they
think
own.
that's fair?
No, because what if one person like has worked their whole life on a business, they started from scratch,
Which
and the other
depends.
person's like
yep.
got inherited money, for example, and now that person has inherited money from their parents, and now is getting divorced, and they have to give half of that to the person that they're not going to be with anymore.
Yeah, that's the laws of the land, you know what I mean?
Wait, is that actually a law?
Yeah.
What?
Unless you
Wait,
get a
that's
prenup.
the law.
A law that what?
That you take half.
You take half.
You should divorce.
It's not a law.
It is,
Oh,
yeah. When
yeah.
you marriage is a legal, like a legal agreement between two people.
So
Actually,
what?
if you
You're,
have-
so you're saying if there's no prenup, no by law,
But
someone
Well, then you fight for it.
okay.
You have to
yeah,
fight
you
for it.
have
So
to-
you have
The
your
woman,
wife will have
the
another
woman
lawyer.
wins.
Most of the time.
Don't quote me on this, yeah, but even if you get a prenup, I think she's still entitled, he or she, sorry, is still entitled to half of what you have made after you've married them. So like, let's say you're worth 5 mil, you get married, she wants a divorce 5 years later, you're worth 50 mil. Then I think she's entitled to 50% of the 45 mil.
Steve.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to write your own prenup.
Yeah, because prenup as a term is the prenuptial agreement, so the pre-marriage agreement, basically.
I feel like if there's children involved, then it might change things. Because, like, say for example, depending on where the children's going to be, like, children need a certain amount to live properly.
Mate, they
And
don't
if
need
you-
45 million.
No, but like
dollars
if you're like taking like if you're having a child, that's a responsibility. Like they need to have something to be able to live. But then
Yeah.
also, I think as well, like if you're in a relationship and you've gotten to like yourselves to that point where like you have to go to court to sort your own money out, that's just like a flop in itself. So I didn't even know how to think about that.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
it
but
happens.
by that stage, it's already
It
flopped
happens,
already.
man.
By that
Like,
stage, it's
a
already
lot of
flopped.
shit can happen. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you have seriously fucked up if you're getting that.
This is a side.
Yeah,
This is a
it's
bit of
true.
a side one.
Seriously fucked up.
It's a bit of a side one. How would you feel, boy or girl? You're about to get married, and your significant other says, I want a prenup.
Oh, that's a bit.
I ain't got no qualms with
What
that.
do you mean?
I'm telling her, we're having a
Yeah, I have no problems with that. Like, the way I see this, yeah, it's like, really and truly, you as a person, like, I don't care if you got kids, whatever, why would you want to take half my money? Like, just, I wouldn't want to take yours. Like, I wouldn't, oh, if you had more money than me and we break up, I'm not thinking, I'm going to be getting some of your money. Like, why? So,
Fine, what? Okay, cool. Let me pose this question at you then. Yeah, let's make it interesting, innit? Because you try and make it so cookie cutter. Trying to be slick. I'm gonna let you be slick like that. Get away with it. I'm gonna hit you with this one. Yeah, boom. Yeah, your missus. You get married. Yeah, she cheats on you with your best friend.
I threw the best friend in there. Just for good measure. He threw the best friend in there.
You gonna leave the money?
damn, jeez.
Alright, this is worth 100 million. And you got about $1 million to your name.
Honestly speaking,
You're taking it, fam.
no. Honestly, like on my life, I'm very integral. Ideally, I don't want to take this money, and I don't care. But boy, I might be bitter. What, my boy, my best friend? Oh my god.
I'm taking half.
What? I'm taking everything. You're on the streets. And him as well. He's getting divorced or breaking up his marriage or something. That is crazy.
See, that's the thing though, man. It's not as straightforward as just, she takes half, you know what I mean? Emotions are involved. We don't know what happened in the situation, innit?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, Jeff Bezos, his wife took half his billion or 100 billion or whatever.
He deserved it.
Mate, he done that. He cheated on his wife with his
best friend.
Girl.
Who's that? The owner of
Amazon.
I didn't know that. I thought they were like together.
He's creeping,
Like,
bro.
No, they had kids and everything. He had kids with her, everything. But he cheated on his wife with his best friend's girl. And now he's with his best friend's girl.
Now she's
they're in a
going to be
relationship.
the top 10 richest people.
Yeah, she
in
was
the
on
world.
it. She was on the top 10.
But do you blame her though? For
in that
raising
situation,
money?
you don't.
It's difficult because
Yeah.
like there's always emotions in that situation. Probably like us sitting here being like, like no, that should never happen. But then people in that situation, they're just probably just pissed, or they just want to like
Yeah, I
get
don't blame
out.
her.
Yeah.
The money may not even make it like even better. The money may not even help.
Because like it's not like her life is gonna change. She's been living with that kind of P in her bank anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the point in a way,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that she's
Because if
taking
she
it
didn't get anything.
to maintain, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
How much
She's trying to maintain.
Got like 500 mil.
No, 7. He's worth like 1.
50 billion then.
Like just he's worth, like it all, obviously it fluctuates because majority of it's in stocks and shit. It were in Amazon stocks, but it's like 140 billion. So she gets half, so it's like 70, 74.
Man.
I remember reading 74 something.
But what would you do?
Just for
if you're-
maintenance. Just for maintenance. Just for
No,
maintenance.
what would you do if you're about to get married and like you asked to have like a prenup thing? First of all, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm literally learning this today. What if like you're about to get married and someone's like, yeah, I want a prenup, but then your partner says no, but like your marriage is in like I don't know, next month.
At that point, that's what I'm trying to say. At that point, it's like you may not have spoken about it before, and this goes to anyone watching as well. And then you're like, yeah, cool, want to get married, prenup, right there and then.
Wait, so the prenup itself, does that mean like if we get divorced, we have to half everything, or what does it mean?
So the prenup stops
The whole
that
thing.
from happening. So it
So-
means
oh,
like
so-
everybody, you hold on to what you have.
So you go your way,
I see.
You create your own terms.
Yeah.
And you choose that when you're about to marry someone, so
Yeah.
you choose whether to have a prenup or not.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just
I don't know. I don't think it's real. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's a I don't think it's a popular thing. Like, and I don't think it's real common. I
It's
don't know if anyone knows
popular
anyone
in
that has
America.
it in America.
What, to do a prenup?
Yeah.
Depending on who you are, I would guess.
The main argument is, yeah, like I hear this like, office chat, you know what I mean? The girls in the office, they're always bickering and chatting pop, yeah. So, if you're watching this, you know who you are still. They are still. Anyway, it's what it is, yeah. People are chatting pop in the office, man. Hold it down, yeah, when it comes to this marriage talk, yeah, trying to tell me, yeah, that, like, you're not serious if you're getting a prenup, you know what I mean? Starting a relationship off on a bad foot. Fuck you, yeah. That's some bullshit. What do you think? That's a basket, man. It's getting heated, man. Do you agree with that statement?
What, that you start off on the wrong foot?
Yeah, people are saying basically, I've heard this shit as well, innit, at work and stuff, yeah.
That
That you're basically saying that you're gonna break up down the line. Like if you're marrying someone, yeah, you're not like, how can you marry someone and think about if you break up?
Bro, like you're an idiot if you don't, because if you look at the numbers, like numbers just don't lie. 50% of marriages
50%.
end in divorce. You're flipping a coin. You're literally flipping a coin. So don't talk to me about no, hey, starting off on a bad foot. Fam, the second you say marriage, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
It's 50.
Fuck it, let's just go at marriage, innit, yeah? Do you lot, like, what are your feelings on thoughts on marriage?
I think it's like, do you know what? Yeah, one thing I would say, like the idea of celebrating your love, yeah, or having a day dedicated to celebrating your love. I think that's quite cute and quite memorable. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that maybe I'll be on that. You know what I mean? Maybe.
This guy's shaking. This guy's.
You know what I mean? Obviously, I had to redeem myself. You know what I mean? I had to redeem myself. Yeah. But to be fair, like maybe I might be down for that. You know what I mean? However, yeah, signing papers, getting the government involved. Nah, see you later, mate. See you later, man. I ain't
You
doing
shouldn't
that.
have to do that to like. I get why like back in the day that was a thing, but like you shouldn't have to. It shouldn't be like, oh, now we're married, now our relationship's changed. Like a relationship should be a marriage anyways. That you shouldn't need to like sign a paper for that to be like to make it something else. If you know what I mean?
From my own understanding, from everything I've seen online or whatever, supposedly marriage is literally a contract.
Yeah.
That literally, that's
I
the
actually
only.
didn't know
It
that.
just makes it harder
Yeah.
for you to leave. That's
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. I'll have the day in it. I'll even bust
Yeah,
a
the
young
day's
tear
so
while
fun,
she's walking down the
like-
aisle. Fam. Like, somehow I'll do it. But I'm not signing the papers. Fam. We can do the whole day. We can take all the photos, all the family.
Yeah, do the
there.
ceremony.
We do the ceremony.
But the legal side,
But the
leave
legal
it.
side, like, why are we getting a third party involved in our business?
You know what? Personally, I don't. I think, and it's like it correlates with like how you grow up and whatever. But sometimes I've always wondered, like all my friends and everyone I know, whatever, all like got single mums. So I'm thinking I haven't really seen that many successful marriages. Obviously, I've seen them, but there's not a lot that's close to me. But then I think, do I respect marriage like the way I view myself? And a lot of them that are growing up now, they are getting married. Like I feel like it's split. You got a bunch of friends who get married and others who they don't believe in it. But I don't know. I think marriage is like, I respect it because I had an ex one time and her dad never married a mum, and literally he was getting proper sick, and if something happened to him, they're done for. The house is in his name, you know, all that kind of stuff. So on the legal side, I get it, but at the same time, yeah, I always just think, what's the point?
See, in situations like that, I feel like then this is very specific. It's the responsibility in that situation. It should be the dad's responsibility to make sure that everything of his is going to his daughter, because then everything's calm. Then they ain't got to worry about nothing. If he's got a will pattern, like I personally believe like we should have wills from the second we have anything to our name. It may be a bit morbid, but the second we have anything to our name, we should have a will, fam. Your shit should be going somewhere, because otherwise people are like vultures.
Yeah.
Like people are like vultures, and they will like anybody.
Isn't there a law as well? Like if someone dies, like I think there's like a certain law that if someone dies and like the will wasn't done properly, or even if you just have a will, like the children have to pay taxes, as in like you have to give some of that money to the government, like no matter what.
That's when someone, so when someone passes away, it's like assets. Do you know what I mean? You have to pay inheritance tax.
You have to pay that whatever the situation.
Like
it's under a certain amount.
Like I watched a show about
Over a certain amount.
some women, like her mum and dad brought a lot of Picassos, and then when they died, they bought a lot of Picassos. But when they died, I guess how much the tax was to insure the paintings, all of the ones that they brought, it was 30 million.
Fucking hell.
So they had to sell everything. They had to sell it all. They had to sell it all. So I understand, like when it comes down to paperwork, wills, and all that kind of stuff. There, obviously, when the mum and dad were buying this stuff, they weren't thinking too much of it. But just like what you said, like if you got anything of value or anything like that,
And
it's
there's ways
just
around that
it's
shit as well,
just
man.
right. It's just correct to just
Because
get
you've got
the will.
7 years before your death as a parent to sign whatever you have off into your children. Obviously, you've got to have a lot of trust between your children before you give them your fucking house. Yeah? But if you've got that relationship with your kids, you can sign that off to them. 7 years go by before you die, God forbid, then it's theirs. They ain't got to pay no inheritance, no nothing. Like, as long as you have that trust, there's so many ways.
Hand it over before you die.
Yeah, you hand it over before
smooth.
you die.
Yeah.
That's the smoothest way to do it.
Until you put you out on the street, you know what I mean?
That obviously, that's the risk it comes with, isn't it? That is the risk it comes with. But if you're
I swear, from that, all I kept hearing is buy before you die. Like some sort of advert, like, yeah, buy before you die. Like, yeah, maybe we should all just get life insurance, man. Yeah, why not? Like,
but I think like the thing is like you don't have to necessarily be married to patterns, all that stuff there. It's like it's not necessary. I don't think
you can do it independently.
Yeah,
you can definitely do it all independently, man. Like getting the government involved, that's where
shit is really.
You just bleed a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, man.
Just bleed a hole in
that's
your
where
pocket.
I draw the line. You know what I mean? We could have the ceremony. You could have your fucking bridesmaids and the fucking bitch throwing the poppies on me whilst I'm walking out the church.
hey, what is that called?
Bouquet. Oh, you can throw the bouquet and someone can catch it. Some desperate one. But the government, yeah, they're staying out, man. You know, yeah, I should be talking like this, innit? Yeah. But that leads me on to another topic, yeah. What do you think of guys' terminology when it comes to discussing women or talking about women in a certain way? Musically, and obviously like it's used in the culture as well. Just from chatting, I'm calling bitches and hoes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Do you think that's right? Do you think I should stop?
I believe it's all about the intention.
That's how it's delivered.
Yeah, I believe it's all about the intention. Like, because if you took like the way even sometimes that we speak to each other as face value, then it would be considered disgusting, vulgar, I don't respect her, etc, etc. But if it's banter, it's banter, fam. Like, if you're fucking around, then you're fucking around. And but if you're there calling, just in general chat with your man, then referring to women as bitches and hoes and shit like that, and you genuinely feel that way about them, then I think there's a problem. But if it's just bants, then is it really that deep? I don't know. What do you think?
yeah, kind of like
no sitting on the fence.
No, like kind of like
all the time, bro.
kind of like what you said. I mean, like I don't think none of us talk like that really. Like when it comes down or females and all that kind of stuff there. So even if it's bantering, if you're talking about things like music and stuff like that, yeah, of course, like that's said a lot, isn't it? And I guess the women have to comment on that, on how they feel about that. But
what are your thoughts?
They're singing along, mate.
Most of the time.
This how you love. Oh man, that's an anthem in the club, man. I see bare girls sing that, man. So,
bro, girls love that Fortiana tune more than man.
That tune's a
half hour,
plague.
isn't it?
huh?
Half hour.
Yeah. The halfway intermission, we're back online.
Say like, what do you think? Where like you were scrunching your face, man?
See, holding your tongue, boy.
Yeah.
You always the same.
What do you think about? What do you think about like?
Hoes ambitious.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, at the end of the day, a song's a song, like, if it's a catchy song, it's a catchy song, like, what is a, like, I get why some people might get offended, but at the same time, like, why are you going to let a word offend you? Like, it's just a word. And also, sometimes, like, fair enough, like, a lot of, well, in a lot of songs, like, they might not, like, say or address women in a nice way, but I really like the song. And it's not like I'm there like, oh, I hate women and I think that she's a bitch and like, I think it's okay if men treat women badly. It's not about that, I just like the song, it's a catchy song. And also as well, I just feel like it's down to you as well, like, if you're gonna it's not even about treating women, it's just about treating people. If that's how you actually feel about people, then that just says something about you. Like, why do you have so much hate in you that you feel like you have to address people in that way? Like, do you know what I mean?
What do you think, Amy?
I don't think it really matters. I think the people that get offended over being called a hoe or a bitch is usually because they are.
Hey, James.
No, but like. No, but it's like.
Get ruffled on this.
Comment section.
God. Do you know what? Yeah, that's gonna be the teaser, fam. I'm gonna put that as the teaser. I'm gonna just put that, and come pre it. You know what I mean? You know it's gonna be a.
No,
Because
you
you're
get
in
what
it.
I mean,
Get me.
though.
I hear what you're saying.
Because if you get called a hoe and you know that you're not there being all upset and offended about it, because
Jay,
well,
That's
it's a joke, I'm
true. To a
obviously
certain
not.
extent, yeah.
I
If
agree.
you're actually being deeply hurt by that, maybe you should think about it actually.
Yeah, I guess we'll end it on this.
But to a certain degree, you know, because when someone calls me a dickhead, man's not a dickhead.
No, but that's what I mean. Like that's like the whole point of it. Is like, okay, fair enough. Like, say for example, a female made a song, and like she said, oh, like I don't know, like she just addressed guys in like such a bad way, or if someone said to you like, oh, yeah, that's just like another dickhead or another fuckboy. Like, you're not a dickhead or a fuckboy, but you would so take offence if someone said that.
Do you know what? That's
Like-
a fucking good question. Still, like, what do you
And
think?
it's
Do you know
not-
what
it's
take
not-
offence?
I feel like boys
Okay.
get more offended.
You know them
Yeah, but
ratchet,
you
you
were
know
like,
them
oh,
ratchet
it's
female
usually
rappers
because they are a hoe.
that are on
Like,
grind daily trying to blow and they never do, yeah. And they bust them tunes chatting about man and that some next way, like.
Like
I feel like
City
people
Girls.
just
You
get
listen to
offended.
City
Yeah,
Girls.
yeah, like City Girls. No, but City Girls are a bit different. Oh, that's even a side one. So say like something like City Girls, their whole thing is like we're out there to finesse guys, we're taking their money, we don't care, you know what I mean, like emotionless sex, everything like that. I'm taking his car, everything like that. And it's like, oh, like they're on the fix of like you can't talk to me, you can't know me if it ain't no money. And stuff like that, but they're proud of it and like they just go out and do that.
Who's the other? You know what was the other one? Is it Meg the Stallion? You know about that one?
I've heard of her, but I haven't.
She's the same as City Girls, bro. Like,
Yeah,
No,
what do you think of that?
wait. But that's the thing. You know what? I need to hear it more. Because I don't know. I haven't heard her say anything too problematic. But then again, I've only heard like two or three freestyles. But City Girls are definitely on this trap girl. I don't care. We're doing what we're doing. This kind of, I don't know. Some of that is this new, quote unquote, I know not everyone, but some of this new feminism kind of vibe. Like, you know, like the slum flower girl and, you know, dating guys and you only, basically, the guy has to do whatever you want. Like, if you want to date me, you have to bring me £1,000 and, you know, you have to take me out, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, how's that equality? How does that even make sense? How does it make me respect you when if all you want to do is finesse me? How? Like, why am I then gonna turn around and be like, alright, cool, finesse? Yeah, we're both equal, innit? Like, these times you're plotting and scheming on how I'm gonna do your money, take my money, drug me, do whatever. Even the whole Cardi B thing, when she's saying, yeah, man, I used to drug niggas back in the day, and like,
Wait,
what's
what?
that?
Cardi B said on Instagram, on her actual Instagram, that when she was a stripper, she drugged people. Like, she'd take guys home from the strip club, drug them, and rob them, innit?
Oh yeah.
She openly admitted it. If a guy said that, even if it was 10, 20 years ago, when he was dead broke, and he said that's how I got by, you know, I just had to rob women for their watches and shit, and take
I had to drug them.
Had to drug them and rob them.
His life's
People would
over,
lose it.
bro.
He's done, bro. He's done, fam. Hashtag me too. You know, it's curtains, man.
Curtains, man.
Yeah, but I feel like
That's another R. Kelly if a guy does that.
Alright,
I feel
discovery.
like guys I feel like males and females can both be hoes and dickheads. Like,
No, of course.
It's like there are some girls that are gonna just try and finesse guys, and there are some guys that are just gonna finesse girls.
I think that's why we can enjoy the songs. Like, I can back that point. That's why we can enjoy the songs, because maybe like when you're like in your life, you've encountered someone that's like done some fuck shit to you, and when that song comes on, you're like, yeah, fuck you. Like, these hoes ain't know, or whatever. Man, them can sing the song. Girls can sing the song about guys, innit? You know what I mean? And feel the same way.
girls
Like,
can
that's what
sing
the
about
energy
girls.
is. Do you know what I mean? The energy isn't like. Although the song is these hoes ain't know whatever, it's just that it's not about like every woman being a hoe, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's not what the song's premise is. It's the energy of like him feeling it about probably a specific person. You know what I'm saying? And you're in the club and you're letting shit out. You know what I mean? That's what people are on. So if I know there's some people out there like feminists and shit that like hate like cursing about women in rap music and stuff like that, but they're just like they're misguided. Do you know what I mean?
Do
They
you
don't
think
understand that.
that like you see how guys call girls a hoe. Do you know what I mean? Like, are we hoes as guys, or is it separate? Because it's always this whole thing of like, oh, why are guys always seen as the hero if they fuck bare girls, but a girl's a hoe if she fucks bare man? Do you think that's fair?
You know what? Personally,
he doesn't even want to do these controversial topics.
Look,
Are you trying to get us in trouble, bro?
Look, I say like this, yeah. I'm speaking for me, innit? Me and me only. Look, there's double standards in life, yeah? I believe that you have to have them. Because it's like saying, okay, the Jay-Z, Solange thing, everyone's laughing at Jay-Z in the lift, obviously, because societal pressures or like mind conditioning, like that's how it is. Like, oh, the guy's deemed as I don't want to say stronger, but you can't hit a woman basically. If a girl hits you,
that's genetics. Like, you don't want to say it because it's
you know what? I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it like to say, oh yeah.
It's not even men are stronger than women thing. It's not.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's just genetically. That's just how we are made as humans.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, there's exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking, men are just
physically bigger and
carry more
stronger.
muscle.
Yeah, but let's just go with the fact of we all know if it was the other way around, it would be a wrap. We would never have Jay-Z again, or Jay-Z would be on the list.
Be in pen.
Yeah, it would be in pen. No Beyonce. So let's just say, in that aspect, I see it the same as with sex and a certain aesthetic, meaning. Just hear me out. I have a theory about this.
I think I'm not really going to do it still, and like
I believe, like, our male's organs are external. Yeah.
I like him still.
Or is it?
I like him.
Male organs are external. Yeah. And to me, anything that's external is easier to maneuver and this is like a remote. I can just give it to you, hand it to you. It's that. This is like that.
Man, I feel like Eddie Hearn right now, bro. This is keep going, bro. Keep going.
The easiest way I always say to people is like, if I put my finger in your nose, yeah, like I know, just hear it, like try and get what I'm saying, because I know people thinking, what the fuck? But like when something goes in you, it's just a deeper feeling, or like even poking you, like if I poke someone, like it's like, or a knife, like something penetrating, something coming inside of you is
intended.
Yeah, it's a very. I just feel it's more emotionally driven. Like there's something deeper there because you're putting something in someone. It's like just like anything, like putting something into something. Like you're doing that. So because of that, I believe that's more the angle where a girl who just opens her legs to any other guy, a guy's a hoe as well.
So just to clarify, you're saying like actually putting it in, yeah, is not as emotional as receiving it.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Ooh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, to a certain degree, because yeah, it's like saying, really and truly, gay men, yeah, I believe gay men have the biggest stigma of like people who are about sex because it's real hardcore shit. You have to, you know what I mean? Like it's different from a like. I'm not talking about though being gay. I just mean like it's just the act. The act is a lot different because it's penetration. Like it's.
Well, it's a mixture of both actually. If you think about it, like it's they're giving and they're letting in. That's
yeah,
fun.
obviously.
As
yeah,
one person, they're doing both. Like a woman has a choice to either let a man in or not. A man has a choice to give or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a straight man, sorry, yeah, heterosexual woman, heterosexual man, they have a choice to receive and the man to give, innit? Yeah. But a gay guy, yeah, he's got to choose both. Like if he's doing that, shit's fucked, fam. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I think people have a problem with it because it's like I get your point, innit? You know what I mean? I guess it's like
I just see it as I feel a man can be a hoe and a woman can be a hoe, but definitely emotionally it just carries more weight when a woman has
lasting.
Yeah, and even just generally, I just feel like I met so many women who be like, oh yeah, I can have a fuck buddy and never feel anything. Nah, it's always somewhere along the line you've caught feelings. It's rare when you meet a woman who's like very shrewd, just she don't give a fuck. Like those kind of girls are rare to find. So I always just see it as most women. I don't believe they could just go around and have sex as men do. Men are more, not to say we aren't emotional or we don't have emotions when we do that. It's just, I don't know. Even there's a certain chemical that gets released after a man comes that literally brings you back to your senses. I know Lil Wayne's line is that after I come to my senses, but it's actually a real, I think it's called it's not oxytocin or something like that. I'm not sure. Someone there, just don't kill me in it. I don't know the words. But like, it's something along those lines where, yeah, when a man comes to a certain degree, now the horniness is gone.
It's that chemical that causes the whole, like you see, I don't know if you've ever heard the whole, if she's beautiful after sex, then she's a keeper.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like, I've seen that a lot on the internet, and it's because of that. That's why, because of that chemical. Sense. It's normal for us to bust a nut and just want to roll over.
Yeah, and sleep. Even the sleeping.
But no, we're designed to sleep after we bust a nut. If you're struggling to sleep, just get the cream out, fam. It's the best sleeping pill, because that's how our body is designed. It's crazy.
It is true, but it's true, man. I'm gonna sit on the fence with this one still. What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Parrying?
Oh, like, everything Isaac said, man, I back it still.
Oh my!
I'd have to agree, but like just simplifying it. If you look at the whole, like with what you said, like there's double standards in life, and I feel like there's something you just have to accept. The whole Jay-Z and Solange thing. If it was flipped, then Jay-Z would be no more. I think it's the same way with sex. Like if a guy is able to be received everywhere, it's better than a woman. It's more commendable than somebody just receiving anybody anytime.
Yeah.
Like even when you just put it like that, imagine a house. You just receive anybody into your house anytime. Oh yeah, any homeless guy off the street, anybody. Yeah. Oh yeah, come in. But do you have the gift of the gab to go knock on a door and work your way into that house and have a free night? You follow me?
It's like the lock and key thing.
Yeah.
What was that saying?
Like, if a lock can open many locks.
No, if a key can open many locks, it's a good key.
Yeah.
But if a lock can be opened by any key,
it's
a shit lock.
Yeah. I know, I heard that loads of,
It's controversial.
Yeah, it's true. I know there's loads of people who might disagree, but I think when it comes to the double standards, that's the only way I justify it's going to be different. If you're a girl, you just have to, if you want to live your life and do whatever you want to do, cool. I don't have no qualms about that. But then you have to take everything that comes with it. The same way with domestic violence, like even besides that, I've had friends here who, their girl beat them up. Like the girl actually come out, scratches on your face. You're there telling me how I'm playing with my little bros. Nah, man. Anita snatched you up last night, and you tried to be commendable. But that's like we, as much as I'm not saying we laughed here, but you know when it's just like, well, what we then gonna do? You're gonna turn around and try and do the right thing to, like, I don't know, call police, and I don't know. I just feel like no one's gonna really chase it up in that respect. Like it has to. That's just like the part of the double standards. Either you would have to remove yourself from the situation, like not make sure like, don't let her be your girl, or I don't know. I don't know.
Be better at defending yourself as well, maybe.
True.
In that situation.
True. Well, yeah, man, just give her the act turn and.
Oh man. Anyway, we'll wrap it up now. Anyway, it's been a good one. There's been some interesting topics, something slightly different. We've been being a little bit more casual with this one. Get a few more interesting topics instead of just the serious shit of man talking about getting out of debt, getting jobs and all this. This is another side of the podcast life. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again next time. Bro. That was good, man.
No, I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it.